Are you the fastest shooter on the internet?
Absolutely not, no.
Who's the fastest shooter? Everybody, without fail, I'm sure you hate it, is like, all right, but how many takes? Or that's AI, or that's not real. Why does everybody think everything you do is fake?
These motherfuckers in the comment section, dude. I got a strike on YouTube because I shot the wings off of a bee.
You shot the wings off of a bee?
Yes. Oh! Practice makes perfect. If you want to push yourself to be that good, I mean, you just got to shoot a bunch.
What's something your wife would say that people completely misunderstand about you?
Don't tell him I'm autistic.
No, okay, I won't word it like that, but I think that people don't realize he's constantly messing with a gun, like nonstop. It's all the time.
I like guns.
That's the tism coming out.
Yeah, it is.
They go click.
Yeah. Welcome back to Fanathem.
Welcome back. You know, I have a law enforcement military background.
Yes, you do.
I got a little bit of a man crush on your skills.
Nice.
So I'm always like showing these guys that are shooters, like, hey, you got to check out this stuff. Everybody, without fail, I'm sure you hate it, is like, all right, but how many takes? Or that's AI, or that's not real. And of course, because they trust me when I tell them it's real, then they go from like disbelief and it can't be real, incredulous, to, wow, that's freaking amazing. He's really talented. Why does everybody think everything you do is fake? And how do you handle that?
I mean, I actually love it. You just said you probably don't like that. I love when people go in the comment section like, this is clearly AI, or this is fake, or take 5,007. I mean, it boosts me in the algorithm, so I truly don't mind. But like when people come up to me and ask me that, that means they're kind of interested in it or want to test their skill, so I really don't mind.
That's actually a really healthy way for somebody to handle that kind of criticism.
Now when the camera's off, I'll tell you how I really feel about it.
And so is that why, I think this is why, but is that why you shoot through an SRO, an optic, is because it's impossible to do that in more than one take? I mean, unless you completely miss it.
Not necessarily. I think that's just the tism in me wanting to get content out of anything that possibly goes wrong in the range. Like the squib load, I turned a negative into a positive. That's free content for me. So we go out there and shoot until something goes wrong, and then we get a positive out of it.
The next thing I'm going to hear is you shooting the wings off of a fly.
Funny story.
What do you mean funny story?
This will get banned. I got a strike on YouTube, and then I had to take a...
Wait, hold on. Why?
Because I shot the wings off of a bee.
Well, why did you get a strike on YouTube?
They called it animal abuse and made me take a course and give me a strike. So that was fun. It was like a 2-hour course on animal abuse, and it was telling me how I shouldn't hit dogs. I'm like, what the f happened?
You shot the wings off of a bee.
Yes.
And got a strike.
Correct.
And were forced to take an animal abuse course.
And also there's full...
Let that be a lesson to you.
There is full pages on YouTube of people like doing creative ways on how to kill like carpenter bees, because they're a nuisance. They don't really do anything. They drill holes in your wood and ruin your nice pavilion. Like there's channels of people creatively killing these, but God forbid
you do
a white boy get a little motion with a 9mm.
Let that be a lesson to all of you bee haters out there. That
sucked.
I can't believe you had to take that course. That's hilarious. A lot of people ask this question. I lean towards yes. Your freaking annoyingly humble self will say no. Are you the fastest shooter on the internet?
Absolutely not, no.
Who's the fastest shooter?
What's his Instagram, Dalton? Tony? Yeah, Laugh and Load.
Laugh and Load.
There's a guy named Laugh and Load on Instagram. That's Tony. Hangs out with Twista a lot. Mm-hmm. The fastest split times I've ever seen on a human being. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how he doesn't like outrun all of the guns constantly. He's incredibly quick. Yeah, he's amazing. I can only do that after like I sit out there all day. Then I can get tense. But he can just pick up a random mil-spec 6.5-pound AR-15 trigger and make it a machine gun.
This is
impressive.
For you, this is all self-taught, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything is just...
Yep.
You know, the other thing I hate, and you're probably like, yeah, you don't hate it. The other thing I hate is like, so first it's, I don't believe it's real. Then I say, no, it's real. And they go, well, they trust me. So they go, okay, it must be real. And then do you know what the next question is, or the next statement? But if I shot as much as he did,
oh my Lord,
I would definitely be able to do everything he does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to a point, that is kind of true. Like practice makes perfect. If you want to push yourself to be that good, I mean, you just got to shoot a bunch.
Yeah, but I think if I went to as many basketball practices as Jordan, I'm still not thinking I'm going to have 6 championship rings. There's a certain element of you You're special, Nick.
I mean, I suppose there's like some aspect to that, but I think anybody
so
can get good on a firearm.
Well, yeah, anybody can get good at a firearm. I don't think anybody's gonna. We'll have to bleep this, but shoot the wings off of a bee. Got him! What's the boring reality behind what people think is impressive?
When I get out there and do like aerial trick shots and stuff like that, like I shot through the center of a washer as it's flying through. Like,
Freaking awesome video.
Awesome, looks incredible.
It was probably mostly the guy that tossed it, if we're being honest.
Yeah, no, and like that's something that he had to practice to get like a good toss. I'm sorry, this thing keeps just like slowly turning, and I'm going away from you.
Hang on, I'll be back around shortly.
But what people don't see is we sit out there for 5 hours ahead of time, and I shoot pebbles out of the air until I like get consistent enough to where I know where to hold my red dot, and then I make the shot. So when people ask me if it was first take, it was, but you didn't see the 500 rocks I just shot out of the air prior to making the shot.
Which also could be filmed and also is impressive.
But most of it is filmed, they just never post it.
Of course you don't. What's the most ridiculous question you get asked seriously?
If it's AI. People think like my
suppose it is a
dumbass from
ridiculous
Iowa
question.
is being like that good at editing. Like I don't even do most of the videos. If it's cool editing, I didn't do it.
When's the last time you got asked that question?
Like today, a couple hours ago maybe.
And from like a random fan?
And he was straight up serious about it. Like it's got to be magic, right? You do AI. Like,
Just like a child?
no, like a grown man, and yeah, it was weird. It was a weird conversation, and I feel like I couldn't convince him otherwise, so I just said yeah. Like yeah, it is.
Are you a character, or is there a different PewView at home than there is in front of the camera?
I don't think so. I think I'm like a little more well balanced and put together when the cameras are rolling because I have a potty mouth and I love to talk. I try to dial that back a little bit for the internet so I can make some money and get some sponsors. Can't really have both of those in the same,
Are there any videos that you want to do that you know would go viral, but you just can't do them for some reason?
Oh my God, there's so many. Again, I just need to do some better giveaways so I can have a bigger budget because there's like crazy that are just out of reach. Like I don't want to spend the amount of money it's going to take to do it. Like I've talked to you about some of those ideas.
Does the level of attention you get, which is impressive and deserved, but does that change anything about how you operate? You feel any additional pressure or any need to?
Yeah, of course. Like need to buy better camera gear and just kind of elevate the content, just make it more of a pleasant experience for the viewer instead of just the same old stagnant iPhone
Cheap
stuff.
camera gear?
No.
How much was that Phantom camera?
A lot.
This is what people don't get, right? Like, well, I say this to people as if all people feel the same way, but you make this money and you invest it right back into the channel for more
100%.
content that's not really for you. I mean, I'm sure you enjoy it, but
I love it.
It's for the audience and
Yeah.
for the fans and the reaction that you get from it.
Absolutely.
You're investing back in yourself, which is one of my favorite things about you. What's the most common negative comment you get?
I don't pay attention to comments much. I mean, good comment, bad
Healthy.
comment, I kind of scroll past
Your
it.
healthy mental approach to this whole thing does not make for great content. What I need is some sort of emotional, trigger happy.
These motherfuckers in the comments section, dude.
Yeah, so you have a healthy approach to the comments.
Yeah.
What about friends, like this crew behind the camera here? How much of their input is taken into all these videos?
Oh, zero. I don't give a fuck about them.
See, that's what I'm talking about. What's something your wife would say that people completely misunderstand about you?
Babe, come here. There's a mic. I'm standing right here.
That's a hard question. I don't know, kind of a lot of what you guys have already talked about. I think that a lot of people think like, oh, if I just spend as much time as he does, or if I had that much money, or shot that many rounds, then I would be just as good. And he's super humble, so he won't say it, but he's definitely extremely talented. And I think that not anyone can do what he does. I think that he's successful because he's creative, he's funny, he's talented, he has a good mixture, he's educational.
Adorable.
So he has a good mixture
So
of
adorable.
all of it that makes his content good and that makes him likable.
So do you feel like getting in that comment section and like responding angrily to all these?
All the time. I'm always like, I need to stop reading your comments because they comment like the stupidest stuff, but that's just people on the internet. And what's funny is I don't care about negative comments on my page, but when it comes to him, I'm like,
Do you care about negative comments on her page?
I don't read comments. Like when I post the video, I'll go in there and see all the top comments, and none of the negative comments are ever on top. So that's the ones I respond to.
we were just talking about a deer that I shot. And when I shot that deer, Joe Rogan messaged me and we were talking about comments and he was like, never read the comments. And I was like, that's really smart. And I always think about that whenever the negative comments come up.
Host and ghost.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
What kind of like secret habits or what things about him do people not see that you see making, the man that we see on YouTube.
Don't tell him I'm autistic.
No. Okay, I won't word it like that. But I think that something that a lot of people don't realize is like there will be a random gun on the bathroom counter or on the kitchen counter, or he's constantly like sitting on the couch, messing with a gun, dry firing, sitting at his computer, dry firing, like nonstop. It's all the time. And people don't realize that he spends so much time with a gun in his hand, even when he's not on the range. He's constantly tinkering, and I mean, I know what it is because I see what he's doing, but he's pulling up and dry firing or just seeing how it feels in his hands and grip and all of that. And there's like hours.
Are you trying to say that in order to become one of the best shooters on the internet, you have to have an almost psychopathic obsession?
I wouldn't call it psychopathic as his wife who has a background in mental health, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into it that people don't realize.
I like guns.
That's the tism coming out.
They go click.
Go watch his channel. It's freaking awesome.
I would like that. You should do that.